All right. Luke chapter 9. Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all developed and to cure disease, and he sent them to preach the kingdom of God, to heal the sick. And he said unto them, Take nothing for your journey, neither slaves, nor scarab, neither bread, nor money, neither have 2 cents appeared. And whosoever house ye enter unto thee, abide and trench department, and whosoever will not receive you when ye go out of the city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against him. And they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Now Herod and heard of all that was by him, and he was perplexed because that it was saved of some of that John was risen from was done. It was done by him, and he prophesied because that it was said, for some of John was risen from the dead, and of some Eli preached, and others that one of old prophet was risen again. And Herod said, John have I beheaded, but who is this of whom I hear such things? He desired to see them. And the apostles, when they were returned, told him all that they had done, and he took them and went aside privily into the desert place belonging to the city called Bethany. And the people, when they knew it and he received them and spoke unto them of the kingdom of God, and healed him that had needed healing. And when the day begun, the year away, then came the 12 and said unto him, Send the multitude away, then they may go into town and country roads about the lodge and the vehicles, for we are here in a desert place. But he said unto them, Give ye not them to eat. And they said, We have no more but 5 loaves and 2 fish, except we should go and buy meat for all these people. For they were about 5,000 men. And he said to his disciples, Make them sit down by 50s in the company. And they did so, and made them all sit down. Then he took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, and broke up to heaven. And he blessed them, and broke, and gave to the disciples to set before the multitude. And they did eat, and were all filled, and they were taken up fragrant, and that reminded to them 12 baskets. And it came to pass, as he was alone praying, his disciples were with him, and he asked them, saying, Whom say that the people that I am? They answered and said, John the Baptist, but some say Eli, and others say that one of the prophets is risen again. He said unto them, But whom say ye that I am? Peter answered, said, The Christ of God. And he strictly changed them and commanded them to tell no man that the things, saying, The Son of Man most suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and the chief priests and scribes, and be slain and risen the third day. And he said unto them all, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up the cross daily and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life will for my sake, the same shall save it. For what is man advantage if he gained in the world, the whole world, and lose himself or be cast away? For whosoever shall be ashamed of men of my words, of many shall Son of Man be ashamed, whom when he shall come in his glory and his Father's and of his holy angels. But I tell you the truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the kingdom of God. And it came to pass about the 8th day after these sayings, he took Peter, John and James, and went up to mountain to pray. And as he prayed, the flesh of his conscience was allowed, and his remnant was white and glistening. And behold, there talked with him 2 men, which were Moses and Eli, who appeared in glory and spoke of his deeds which he should accomplish at Jerusalem. But Peter and they that were with him were heavy with sleep, and when they were awakened, they saw his glory and 2 men that stood with him. And it came to pass, as they departed from him, Peter said unto Jesus, Master, is it good for us to be here? And let us make their tabernacle, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Eli. Not knowing what he said, while he trust shake, there came a cloud and overshed over them, and they feared as they entered into the cloud. And there came a voice out of the cloud, saying, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And when the voice was past, Jesus was found alone, and they kept it closed, and told no man in these days any of these things which they had seen. And it came to pass that one of the next day, which they were come down which they hill, much people met him. And behold, a man of the company cried out, saying, Master, I beseech thee, look upon son, for he is mine child. And a low spirit taketh him, and he suddenly cried out, and the tear him that he foremost, and breathing him hardly depart from him. And I besought the disciples to cast him out, and they could not. And Jesus answered, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you, suffering? Bring thy son higher. And as he was yet coming, the devil threw him down and tear him up. And Jesus rebuked and the unclean spirit, and headed the child and delivered him to his father. And they were all amazed at the mighty power of God. But while they were wondering, everyone at all things that which Jesus did, he said unto his disciples, Let let those sayings sink down into your ears, for Son of Man shall be delivered into the hands of men. But I understand not thy saying, and it was hid from them that they received it not, and that they feared to ask him that saying, that they arose a reasoning among them which of them should be greatest. And Jesus perceived the thought of their heart, took a child, set him by him, and said unto him, Whosoever shall receive this child in my name receiveth me, and whosoever receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. For he that is least among you all the same shall be great. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbid him, because he followed not with us. And Jesus said unto him, Forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. And it came to pass, when the time was come that he should be received up, he stood fasting, set face to go to Jerusalem, and sent messengers before his face. And they went and entered into the village of the Salvation, and to make ready for him. And they did not receive him, because his face was as though he would go to Jerusalem. And when his disciples James and John saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume even the elect? But he turned and rebuked them, and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy man's life, but to save them. And they went to another village. And it came to pass that as they went in the way of a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee wherever thou goest. And Jesus said unto them, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. But he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Jesus said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of God. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Jesus said unto him, No man hath put his hand to the plunge, and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God.